Yo, this is Abe Cannon from The Abe Cannon Show, and you're listening to the Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Go!
Wow, what a great show it's been so far. First, we talked about how the cartoon Archer is getting rid of its fake agency in a fictional show known as ISIS just because of those pussy terrorists. So they're succumbing to the pressure over at FX. Then we had one of my radio mentors who is gay call in and give us radio gold for 30 minutes about gay marriage. And now we seem to have another person on the phone line because our phone lines are blowing up today. WNUR 89.3 FM, the Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Who is this?
This is Martha.
What do you have to say?
Well, I've been listening to your show for the last hour or so, and I had some comments. First of all, you guys hit up on some good subjects today. But I was a little bit off about, sort of set off about why the same-sex law is passed in North Carolina towards Catholics. Why is that?
Wait, why is what? Please say that again. Your phone reception was cutting out.
Why are you angling only Catholics as hypocrites?
Those are the people that you think of right away that are against it. Explain. Who else do you think is against it?
Those crazy Christians.
Okay, maybe I was being a little bit abrupt, and maybe I was being a little bit stereotypical, but when you think of people who are against gay marriage, I think of my parents who are Roman Catholics. I think of my whole family that's Roman Catholics. But of course, maybe it's different religions, or it's bigots.
Well, yeah, you have the bigots, right? But, it's more than just the Bible. It's also the Quran. It's also the Torah. If you take those three books alone, that's half of the population on Earth, basically.
But my point was, the majority of the time, the people or the religions who are against gay marriage, you think of immediately as Catholics or Christians. You don't think of the Torah. You don't think of that very often. You always think of Catholics. That's the first thing you think of because they're so against it. Yeah, I just said Catholic because this happened in North Carolina, and it seemed like the guy was Catholic because when I looked at his page, it said he was Roman Catholic, so I was basing it off of that. So.
Okay, so you're making the assumption there then.
Okay, what else do you have to say?
Let's see what else. Obviously this has been a topic for years already, a hot topic of debate. But if you want to talk about inequalities, there's many inequalities today other than same-sex marriage, legalizing it.
Name a few, because I can't think of any right now. Because I just think this is the most pointless thing ever. We have things we need to fix, like the economy, like crime in the ghetto. I know that's not going to happen right away. And we need to fix, the whole ISIS issue. Everything going on, the Ebola outbreak. If two men want to have sex, or two women want to have sex, or cross-dressers want to do whatever they do, let them do it. Life is short. If they want to do it, who gives a crap? That was my whole point.
This shouldn't even be a topic for debate. It should just be, let them be happy. Let them be happy.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
But you were disagreeing with me, or you misheard me, when you just said that it's not just the Catholics who are bigots, but I was assuming it because most of the time when you think of people who are against gay marriage, it's the Catholics. And I got the whole point about the Catholics because I looked at that bigot who had that comment on the Facebook page. It said on there that he was Catholic. So you first call the show, and you try to go up against me, but when I prove you wrong, you then keep trying to back it up because you're in the corner. But I'm sorry, this might sound abrupt. What do you have to say?
I'm just saying, it's just a matter of fact among other things today that are unfair, unequal. That's all I'm saying. You say name a few? Okay, how about the gap in financial class? How about the inequalities of pay for women? How about education differences between the classes as well? Those are just a few off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are many more.
Okay, if you were to be elected president, how would you fix these issues?
Well, I don't know. That's too much right now.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing's going to get fixed. We have to focus on things one at a time. We have so much crap that's going on in America. Educational issues, pay for women. I'm sorry that you guys don't get paid as fairly as men. That is pathetic. That takes you guys back to the show Mad Men. I'm sorry that happens, but there's so much crap in America. This is just a talk show topic. We need to work on things one at a time.
Absolutely. And for politicians, they're like dogs.
I know, exactly.
They're waiting for their next treat, whether it be a lobbyist or a big corporation, or the biggest donor with the biggest check to get you right. So, I mean, politician, I would never be a politician. Because you got to kiss everybody's ass, really.
It does make you good money, but literally you have to be a scumbag leech, and you spend half the time making TV campaigns against people, and you don't really spend that time while you're in office fixing things in Illinois. Yeah, I'm talking about you loser, Governor Quinn.
Well, that's why brainwashing works, right?
Yeah, but I'm not brainwashed at all. I voted for Obama. I literally, and I know this might make me sound like an idiot, I am never voting again because I don't know who to vote for, who to trust. They spend their whole time. Bruce Rauner doesn't know how to mow his lawn. Governor Quinn uses his money on vacations to Hawaii. Enough. We got it, you tools.
Well, they all lie. That's the thing. It's just a matter of who's lying more.
And then I've met Governor Quinn. When I got a tour of ABC7, he was in the main lobby. The guy was so cool. He's like, what do you want to do? I told him radio. What's your favorite sport teams? Like, he was so friendly. He doesn't give two craps about me or anybody else he talks to at these parades or at these functions or when he visits schools. All these politicians just want to get voted in so they can be paid and they can have their power trip. And that's what I hate most about them. These campaigns are phony baloney.
So are you going to vote then in November?
No.
Okay. Are you going to vote for the presidential election?
Possibly. Probably not, because you don't know who to trust.
Well, that's right. Well, you just made a good point then. If you're not going to vote in November, 2 years from now, you just may vote. You vote.
But what does it matter about me? Everyone else is going to vote.
It shows me that people do change, even you.
Well, yeah, I used to be 295 pounds, and now I'm 220. So, of course, I've changed. I mean, everything changes in life. I'm just saying the fact that we are even getting mad about gay marriage, this needs to be moved on. Because if we just make it legal in all 50 goddamn states, then maybe we can make pay equal for women. Then maybe we can make the educational system a bit more equal for schools in the ghetto that don't have as much of good teachers as the great schools in the rich, yuppie suburbs. I agree with you. I just think your point was a little off because that's way too much for that dumb, boneheaded Obama to do at once.
Yeah, I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from, but also look at it this way. If all the states gave same-sex marriage, look at all the tax benefits that they'll be losing because there's tax benefits for marriage now. How are they going to close their gap?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you have any other final points before we let you go on the Hoppe and Super Show?
No, that's it. I just wanted to call and make my comments.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you calling because we love to let our listeners be outspoken and get their voice out on the Chicagoland radio market. So we appreciate the call, and I appreciate you listening, even if you think I'm a bonehead or not.
Yeah, thank you again.
I never said you're a bonehead.
I know. I'm actually pretty damn sexy, too, so thanks for the call. I'm not even mad at that last caller. It's just you first maybe didn't hear the whole segment, so you wanted to call in, contribute, try to like bitch out the host who's outspoken, who's ranting. But then I proved you wrong, and I pretty much spoke my mind and won the argument against you on the air. So then you backtrack, honey, and you go, well, I wasn't disagreeing with you, even though you called originally and you began disagreeing with me. What are you talking about? I'm not even mad at you. I'm glad you called. I'm just saying have a better game plan next time. All right, here's the deal. Call the show if you want to be on the air, just like her and just like my radio mentor. 847-866-WNUR. It's 847-866-9687. All righty. Guess what time it is?
Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
Here's what's coming up on the Hoppe and Super Rich Show. We have some of the latest news going on. Like, what are some of the headlines? Risky.
Teacher who compared a school to a concentration camp got suspended.
I would hope so. I'm not the guy who likes people to be suspended over little things, but you can't compare it to something where about 40 million people died because of Adolf Hitler. Come on now. What else?
Snapping hackers threatened to leak thousands of nude photos from Snapchat. Good old Snapchat.
I like Snapchat, but if you think your nudes are private, you're a dumb broad because there's such thing as, screenshotting. So there you go. All right. Super Rich couldn't make it in, but he has a request. So here's Super Rich's request. It's Funk Soul Brother by Fatboy Slim, taking it back to 2008. We'll be right back on Hoppy and Super Rich. Hang on, and thanks for the calls.
The Hoppy and Super Rich Show.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now.
This is an official broadcast of Hoppy Radio. For more info, check out hoppyradio.com and hoppysworld.com.